Hello everyone, thank you for joining me as I record episode 100 live. I'm going to warn everyone that I do tend to swear and complain a bit more than I do in the episode and the episode audio that you get to see on YouTube. I have to let you know, this does tend to get edited out a little bit by the time the episodes go live. Most of the time, it's very organic. Sometimes, yeah, I try to get rid of the swears and the complaining because, yeah, I go on random tangents, as you can hear. So I'm going to warn you, if you do have little ones about, you have been warned that there may be swears in the live episode. But with that, let's get started. Okay, so step one, I create show notes. Sounds easy, but it takes at least a month to put together when I have a lot of stuff that I'd be working on. So we're just gonna record a quick little video. What you're seeing on the screen is actually all of my notes for episode 99. What I do is before we even start recording the new episode, I actually really early in the following month, probably a week within recording the current episode, which was 99, I will literally just highlight all and I repeat all of the notes from the last time. Sorry, there's a lot of notes. I'm literally just copying it all and then pasting it into the document that is going to be ready for next month. So it's literally the same thing, and I go in and I will edit everything out, and then just add in all the new stuff. Like you can tell here, I don't know if you can tell from there, but what I highlighted was actually like the timing on things, which I'll explain later in the video. So you won't see this in the live portion, but you will see this later on in the video at the end of the week. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. I'm gonna go fix that now. It is actually the 14th of December, so yay! Bye, y'all. I've gone through and just kind of fixed things up a bit. I still have this date change, but anyway, it's pretty much now a clean slate, and I will go in and add more details later. I know. I'm a little bit finicky about how I do things, so that way I know, well, I know what I've done and what I haven't done. Anyway, on to the next part of getting ready for the show. This is a little bit of what I do literally a couple days right before the podcast. You'll see I have definitely added a lot more notes in terms of all the people who have entered FOs, things like that. All this gets done usually as close to the end of each month as I possibly can, so that way I don't forget to do it, to be completely honest. This basically is what I have been doing for the past couple of days. It's just making sure all this gets filled in and everything looks pretty good. I try to finalize all of my show notes like, I don't know, within a day or so of going live. And also the last thing that I work on is I will go in and Step 2 also sounds really easy, is I create a video outline based on my show notes. Yep. It gets to be very short until I put my audio in later, but that's neither here nor there. And now that I actually have a rough outline of what's going on in the show, even if I haven't put all the details in, because that tends to change up until the time that I start recording, literally that morning. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, sorry, I got my allergy attack this morning. I apologize ahead of time for any sniffling. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to now see the bottom at the top, it says start a new project. Basically I start a new project, I'll go in and be like, okay, well, this is episode 100. I don't have a name for it yet, so I'm just going to put it at Ep 100. I'll figure out an episode title later. And then what I do is, now that I have a rough draft of what's going on, obviously I use my notes for a reference, I will go in and pick up all of the different titles that I need to put into the show and just copy and paste. You get a little bit of an intro here. I think there's favorite things. I'm trying to remember what I have still yet, you guys. I'll usually just pick and choose all of them at this point because I don't know what I'm going to have by the time I start, and just kind of throw them into the project library. and then just start putting things in order according to this outline here. It usually takes me about 40 minutes, but it actually saves me time on the day that I go to edit, mostly just because, quite frankly, all the different elements take me a little bit more time than they should. I like playing around with it. Editing is probably my favorite part of the show. I literally will lay out all the different things. It's kind of fun. I also have title cards that go between it because you'll see I do tend to record in different segments. Mostly because, well, quite frankly, these little title cards that I have here, let me put one in here for an example. If you play it, literally, that's what that is. Yeah, I created little videos for that. Yeah, there's so much going on. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next batch. I don't know what else I'm gonna have here. Yeah. My files are very, very miscellaneous. I don't know what else I'm gonna need. I'll grab that one in case. Oh yeah, and spoiler alert, I do have in any questions this time. I won't give any answers, but let's see. Are you now watching? Literally just clicking through all of them. No, I don't want to copy dumb fucking computer. Sorry. You can tell I know the shortcuts on things, right? I've been around computers ever since I was like really young. Can't remember how old I was when I first had my computer. I remember AIM. Anyone else remember AIM? That's literally how old I am. I was around before all of that. I know that sounds young to most people who have never even those that started out before the age of computers. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue putting everything in and sort of making semblance of some sense, because this is what I have so far. I might end up changing the order of things, which means I'll change it later, but okay, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue what I was doing. See you guys later. Okay, this is literally what I end up with. A bunch of a episode. It's about 4 minutes and 10 seconds right now. That's just title cards. And then by the time I record, it'll be a lot longer, especially in this section. I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I have more stuff. Step 3. I do take photos of all of my FOs and my whips. This happens normally the night before I record. Some I do as I go along throughout the month, depending on when I finish it. Step 4, I do prep my recording space. This does include setting the microphone up, going to the bathroom, prepping the coffee, pretty much anything that I would need within my arm width space, like a project to work on, or stitch markers, scissors, anything I would need, that kind of thing, you know. You know how crafters do. The other thing I do tend to do really quickly after the month ends is actually go in and just include all of the works in progress and all of the things that I've finished. I will leave off only one thing, probably that I will be working on the most between now and recording day is usually one thing. So all I have to do is just plop in that one photo here as opposed to everything else that I'm doing here all at once. This work, I think in particular, just putting all this in the right order and getting all the photos and everything together. I think this took me, good 2 hours today. It shouldn't take this long, but it does. So in the interest of not boring you while we are going to, while we're actually doing all the editing and that stuff the day of, I just kind of plopped everything in. So all I'll need to do is just change the timing on everything. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to it. I am currently, inside baseball. I'm just basically going through and getting all of the prize winners now. We're going to go draw 4 prizes. Again, I do this ahead of time, so that way there's not a lot of back and forth. The one time I tried to do this quote-unquote live with the audio, it took like 3 hours, and a lot longer than it needed to edit out that particular part, because it was more like, I don't know, I'm just gonna look through everything. Anyway, I'm gonna get going, get back to work. You'll see this only in the edits and stuff like that. Bye, everyone. Getting set up now to record episode 100. As you can see, there's a few things on my table. Quite a few. A lot more actually than there normally is. But guess I'll see everyone in a bit. Step 5, it is time to record the episode. Yes, this could take a while. It usually does. Hi everyone, I know it is right before 10, but I am going to get started since everything seems to be working perfectly. I just want to say hello everyone, thank you for joining me as I'm recording episode 100 live. I'm going to warn you and warn everyone that I do tend to swear and complain a little bit more than I do in the episode. Another quick warning, I'm recording a separate video off to my left, so you may not be able to see it. All you'll see is a picture of my cat Mario and the screen as I'm moving everything up and down for a little while. Anyway, I'm hoping my computer will eventually kick in the camera, but that's another story altogether. Basically, all the swearing and all the technological BS that happens behind the scenes does tend to get edited out by the time I go to make the episodes go live. So if you do have any little ones around while watching this, I just wanted to warn you. I'll try to be good, but no promises. I do plan on showing off my entire recording process and editing process from start to finish. Some of these that I've actually recorded earlier in the month as I was going along and doing all the editing. So you'll see that popped in the middle of all this. I promise. It'll make sense once I put it all together. What you will see today is actually going to be the unedited version. Basically, warts, bathroom breaks, snack time, silver, and all. What will appear on Friday will actually be sped up a bit. It'll be more organic, kind of a storyline, I guess you can say. What you will see will be, what you won't see is I'm actually going to include as many of the prizes toward the end in a separate little video, so you can see that. And I'm going to be recording that live, so you see that. I'm actually going to be showing off pictures of my FOs and whips and stuff like that. That won't be seen here. Sorry. There's no easy way to do that. My camera in both in my phone and on my computer is very, very grainy, and you can't properly show everything off. It's just part of the reason that I really don't do video podcasting at this time. Mostly just, yeah, it is what it is. So you're not surprised, I'm also going to be pausing my audio recordings between segments, as this is kind of what I normally do for the FOs, whip, and X's and O's section. I'll actually be stopping to ask if anyone wants to talk about their current whips, etc. If you want to talk, just please let me know. I'm going to be putting all of this in the community spotlight on Wednesday as well, if you would like. There is no pressure to do this whatsoever. Okay. Just get in there. I'm gonna wait one more minute to make sure nobody else wants to pop in. Okay, and at this time, I'm just gonna ask everyone to mute their mics for now. With that, let's get started. Okay, let me just do a quick pause. Hello everyone, I'm Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. And you know what, I didn't even record. This is what happens. You're glad I'm along for the ride, right? Alright, we forgot to do a quick mic test. Testing my voice. Okay. I don't even know if this is going to work. The microphone's further away than it normally is. Okay, let's try it. Testing my voice. Okay. I don't even know if this is going to work. The microphone's further away than it normally is. Okay. Well, the good news is the audio works. Ha ha! Alright. What you heard was actually my Audacity in the background there, so don't mind me. See, stuff like this happens all the time. I am always skipping steps. Alright, let's try that again. Hello everyone, I am Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. I also want to say a quick hello to all new viewers. So please grab your drink of choice, your crafting, and away we go. Today, I'm actually drinking a cup of Mudside flavor coffee that I got from my sister. It's a little cold now because I got it about half an hour ago, but that's neither here nor there. Let me just take a quick drink and then we will get on with the rest of the episode. Okay, maybe 3 more sips, I think. I definitely need the caffeine this morning. This is my third, but I still need the caffeine. Okay. So in this episode, I do have FOs, or finished objects. Do you have HOs, or hose? Do you have whips, or works in progress? Silver's unraveling fast. X's and O's. Radio Gaga. Silver's book pile. Silver and the case of the screen time. Inquiring minds want to know. My favorite things. The more you know. And the end of the road. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and take another quick drink and then we'll get started. Okay, end of recording 1. From here on out, you guys, I am going to only be doing mostly audio stuff. A lot of it is me just kind of staring at the screen doing absolutely nothing. And you'll see why I'm going to be cutting it off at this point. But once we get down to one of the later segments, I'll turn the camera back on. See you then. Hi everyone, I know it is right before 10, but I am going to get started since everything seems to be working perfectly. I just want to say hello everyone. Thank you for joining me as I'm recording episode 100 live. I'm going to warn you and warn everyone that I do tend to swear and complain a little bit more than I do in the episode. Another quick warning, I'm recording a separate video off to my left, so you may not be able to see it. All you'll see is a picture of my cat Mario and the screen as I'm moving everything up and down for a little while. Anyway, I'm hoping my computer will eventually kick in the camera, but that's another story altogether. Basically, all the swearing and all the technological BS that happens behind the scenes does tend to get edited out by the time I go to make the episodes go live. So if you do have any little ones around while watching this, I just wanted to warn you. I'll try to be good, but no promises. I do plan on showing off my entire recording process and editing process from start to finish. Some of these that I've actually recorded earlier in the month as I was going along and doing all the editing. So you'll see that popped in the middle of all this. I promise. It'll make sense once I put it all together. What you will see today is actually going to be the unedited version. Basically, warts, bathroom breaks, snack time, silver, and all. What will appear on Friday will actually be sped up a bit. It'll be more organic, kind of a storyline, I guess you can say. What you will see will be, what you won't see is I'm actually going to include as many of the prizes toward the end in a separate little video, so you can see that. And I'm going to be recording that live as you see that. I'm actually going to be showing off pictures of my FOs and whips and stuff like that. That won't be seen here. Sorry, there's no easy way to do that. My camera in both on my phone and on my computer is very, very grainy, and it's you can't properly show everything off. It's just part of the reason that I really don't do video podcasting at this time. Mostly just, yeah, it is what it is. So you're not surprised, I'm also going to be pausing my audio recordings between segments, as this is kind of what I normally do for the FOs, WHIP, and and X's and O's section. I'll actually be stopping to ask if anyone wants to talk about their current whips, etc. If you want to talk, just please let me know. I'm going to be putting all of this in the community spotlight on Wednesday as well, if you would like. There's no pressure to do this whatsoever. Okay. Just getting there. I'm gonna wait one more minute to make sure nobody else wants to pop in. Okay, and at this time, I'm just gonna ask everyone to mute their mics for now. With that, let's get started. Okay, let me just do a quick pause on video. 3, 2, 1 on my video here. Hello everyone, I'm Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. A quick up, and you know what? I didn't even record. This is what happens. You're glad I'm along for the ride, right? All right, we forgot to do a quick mic test. Testing my voice. Okay. I don't even know if this is going to work. The microphone's further away than it normally is. Okay, let's try it. Testing my voice. Okay. I don't even know if this is going to work. The microphone's further away than it normally is. Okay. Well, the good news is the audio works. Ha ha. All right. What you heard was actually my Audacity in the background there, so don't mind me. See, stuff like this happens all the time. I'm always skipping steps. All right, let's try that again. Hello, everyone. I'm Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. I also want to say a quick hello to all new viewers. So please grab your drink of choice, your crafting, and away we go. Today, I'm actually drinking a cup of Mudside flavored coffee that I got from my sister. It's a little cold now because I got it about half an hour ago, but that's neither here nor there. Let me just take a quick drink and then we will get on with the rest of the episode. Okay, maybe 3 more sips, I think. I definitely need the caffeine this morning. This is my 3rd, but I still need the caffeine. Okay. So in this episode, I do have FOs, or finished objects. Do have HOs, or hose. Do have whips, or works in progress. Silver's unraveling fast. X's and O's. Radio Gaga. Silver's book pile. Silver and the case of the screen time. Inquiring minds want to know. My favorite things. The more you know. And the end of the road. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and take another quick drink and then we will get started. Okay, end of recording 1. From here on out, you guys, I am going to only be doing mostly audio stuff. A lot of it is me just kind of staring at the screen doing absolutely nothing. And you'll see why I'm going to be cutting it off at this point. But once we get down to one of the later segments, I'll turn the camera back on. See you then. Okay. All right, you guys, let's see. Like I said in the recording, yes, I am actually going to grab another drink of coffee and switch around things a little bit. On my side table to the right, I have a lot, and I repeat, a lot of stuff hanging around. All right, as you can see, I am now opening up a new document. Like I said, every segment gets its own document. I've actually noticed, especially on the longer episodes, that the longer that I have these audio tracks, the longer it takes to save, number one. And also, it clogs up my computer for some reason. I don't understand. So I've started doing it segment by segment. Okay, for real, let me just finish this coffee and then we'll go on. Yes, I'm a caffeine addict. Get over it. Okay, totally worth it. All right, starting recording. Okay, let's move on to FOs, or finished objects. All right, the first thing I wanted to talk about is what I'm calling simply my hexie blanket. Since the last time we talked, I have been making a lot of squares. I'm up to 26, I believe. They're all basically 5 round hexies. There's no real pattern. I'm just kind of going and going and going. I'm hoping to finish a total of 320 of them using miscellaneous fingering yarn scraps. I don't have the tags anymore to a lot of these. To be honest, I've had these scraps for years and finally found something to use them in. Anyway, I'm actually using a size USG hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling the cubed blanket. I have been making 29 5-round squares. I have miscellaneous fingering yarn scraps of this one again. Like I said, I don't have the tags anymore. I've had them for a while. Sorry. Again, I am using my size USG hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter. I love this hook, you guys. I'll have to show it off in the pictures later on. Anyway. The next thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I'm calling flax number 1. This is the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits. I did do a size 612, I think it was. 912, yeah, that's that one. I did use Paintbox Yarn Superwash Wool in the worsted base there, and their Buttercup Yellow colorway. Love it. I did use a size US 6, which is a 4.0 millimeter for the ribbing, as well as a size US 8, which is a 5.0 16-inch circulars for the rest of the body. The next thing that I did finish is what I called Flax 2. Again, this is the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits. And for this one, I actually ended up using the same yarn and base, except for the spearmint green colorway. I really do love this colorway. Again, I also use a size 6, which is a 4.0 millimeter, and a US 8, which is a 5.0 on 16-inch circulars for both. I really do love these colorways, you guys. The next thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I called Vertebrae 3M. This is basically the 3-month size of the baby vertebrae pattern by Pekka. I'm sorry. Pekka. There we go. Pekka Design Studio. Yes, I did practice, but anyway. I actually used the Paintbox Yarn 100% worsted superwash wool in the Kingfisher Blue colorway and the Spearmint Green colorways. The blue is actually the main color, and the green was the accent color on the ribbing. I did use a size US 5 and a size US 7 for this one, both on 16-inch circulars, and then DPNs for the sleeves. The whole time I was working on it, it was actually housed in my pink mattress bag by the Knitted Broomstick. The next thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I called a Vertebrae 16M, basically up to the 16-month size of the baby vertebrae, again by Pekka Design Studio. For this one, I actually did use the same colorway, just opposite. So the spearmint green was the body of the sweater, and the ribbing was actually done in the Kingfisher Blue colorway. I did use the size US 5 and a size US 7 on 16-inch circulars, as well as DPNs for the sleeves. And again, actually house this particular item in my pink mattress bag by the Knitted Broomstick. I love this bag. If it weren't across the room, I'd totally show you in a photo. Oh wait, through the magic of editing, I can. Ha! Oy. Anyway. The next thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I called Flax 4.6. The 4.6 actually does refer to the size of between 4 years and 6 years of the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits. For this one, I did use a Paintbox Yarn Superwash Wool in the worsted base in the Buttercup Yellow colorway. I also did use a little bit of a aqua turquoise color for the yoke. I actually made a couple rows of we call music notes on that yoke. I don't remember the base and the yarn colorway. I'm so sorry, but it is turquoise. Anyway, for this one, I did use a size US 6, which is a 4.0 for the ribbing, as well as a size US 8, which is a 5.0 for on 16-inch circulars. And this again was actually housed in my pink mattress bag by the Knitted Broomstick. If you can't tell, basically everything for that same recipient went in that same bag. It was the easiest way that I remembered while I was making everything who they were going for. And I can reveal that now that I have finally given the presents. It was actually for my little nephew that's coming up. Yes, I got permission from the mama to be to announce that. Okay, and the last thing that I did finish since the last time we talked is what I am calling a stocking one. This is basically a stocking, a big, large ass sock that I'm making essentially. There's no real pattern to it. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I may decide to write this out as a pattern later for download, but I am not too sure. There's a lot of issues that I have with it and that I can kind of work with. But anyway, I am going to start to digress on that one, right? For destocking, I was using 4 different colors of holiday yarn from Red Heart in the red, the green, the gold, and the white colorways. They all have sparkles in them. It's amazing. I did use the size US 7 and on 16-inch circulars for the whole entire stocking down to the heel when I switched to DPNs with the same size. This is actually being housed in a bag that I actually don't know the maker. Sorry, but it is a holiday snow bag. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, you guys, I am actually going to pause the sharing of the screen and everything for right now. I will be back as soon as I possibly can. If you want to, you can go ahead and just take a bathroom break. Yes. Okay, guys. It's good timing. All right. We're going to be moving on to the next segment in just a moment. Okay. Yes, I do need a new file for this one as well. You guys have gotten the habit. All right, let's move on to hose or haft objects. Yes, you guys, again, it is only the 4th of the month, and I have actually already finished one of my socks for the January 2021 Desert Vista Dyework socks. I am using the pattern, the Toe Up Socks with a Difference pattern by Wendy D. Johnson, and I am using DVD Viso in the Witch's Brew Frap. I am using a size US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter, 9-inch circulars for most of the sock until I get to the heels, the toes actually, and even the cuffs. I ended up using 2 16-inch circulars. This is actually being housed directly in my Exploding TARDIS bag by Slow Stitch Studios. Again, another one of my favorite bags. Anyway, before I really start rambling, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't get any messages from anyone on Discord before I go on to the next segment, you guys. Apparently, I got a text message. Anyway, I am easily distractible when I am recording. Going to actually grab the tea that I made myself too, also caffeinated, so we'll see if I get it through. Okay. I get really parched when I'm talking a lot, so you'll just get used to that, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. All right. And recording it. Okay, let's move on to WIPs, or works in progress. The first one I want to talk about is one that's been on my hook for a little while. I do call it DVD Love Lesson 3. This is the Granny Stripes pattern by Addict24. I am using a lot of different DVD scraps. I do have a full list that I am putting directly on my blog. I may end up putting it in the show notes this time as I'm getting closer and closer to the end of this blanket. Like I said, you can always see my personal blog. It has been there for a while. I don't remember the ones I actually put in since the last time we talked, to be completely honest. Brain fog day. Anyway, I am using a size G hook, which is actually a 4.25 millimeter on this one. The hook is exclusively on this blanket at this point. The next thing that I have been working a little bit on since the last time we talked is what I called stocking 2. Again, this is the same type of patterning that I was doing with the first stocking, no real pattern. Like I said, just making up a large sock as I go along from the top down and doing a slip stitch heel. And like I said before, I am actually using 4 different types of holiday yarn from Red Heart in the red, green, gold, and white colorways, actually with the Silverluna in it. And this is actually being housed directly in my holiday snow bag. Again, I don't know the bag maker, I'm sorry. I am using a size US 7 on 16-inch circulars until I get to the heel itself when I go to DPNs. The next thing that I have been working on quite a bit, it's new since the last time we talked, and actually what I'm currently working on as we speak, is a shawl that I am calling simply G's shawl. As I'm sure the recipient does actually watch my podcast, I'm not going to say who it's for. Either way, the pattern I'm using on this one is the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Howens. Howens? Yes, by Hannah Howens. I'm using miscellaneous fingering scraps for this one as well. However, a set number of them. So basically when I run out of yarn is when it will be done for the most part. I am using Malabrigo Arroyo in the 4 Pearls colorway. I am using a Knit Picks Stroll colorway called Dazzle Pants. I'm also using Unplanned Peacock in the Moon colorway. There is another mystery colorway that's in between this and the next one, but I don't remember what it was. Sorry. And then there's also a colorway called Dark Olive that's from Belly Yarns. Oh, I do love the way it is working up. I'm going to have to make sure you guys see it in the picture. It's beautiful. Maybe might get a better picture of it later and pop it in there with the with everything. Anyway, again, rambling like crazy. I am using actually a size G hook, which is actually 4.0 millimeter. And for the most part, this is actually being housed in my Holiday Cats bag by Molly Klein Designs. I really do love this bag. Anyway, the next thing that I did work on a little bit of since the last time we talked is actually a new work in progress that I cast on Christmas Eve. So to that point, I simply called it Christmas Eve shawl. Hello, Christmas Eve cast on, you know. I'm not subtle about my project names anymore, right? All right, the pattern I'm using on this one is the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Owens. Again, I'm using lots of different fingering yarn scraps. There's no label on any of them, but they are the leftovers from my Hexie squares that I've been making this year. A lot of them are all under 2 grams each. So it's going to take a bit to get there, but I will finish when I finish. It's one of those, when I have extra scraps, that's where it's going. I am using actually the same size USG hook, which is the 4.0 millimeter. And I'm actually housing this directly in my Grinch bag by the Knitted Broomstick as well. I found a way to use my holiday bags, not during the holidays. So yay! All right, before I go ahead and ramble anymore, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Plus, y'all, I need to go ahead and finish the row that I'm on. I literally have to slip a stitch, and I can't do that while I'm recording for some reason. But while I'm talking to you, it's kind of an easy feat to do. And you guys, I just got a spam call on my phone, so that was good timing, I guess. Oh, goodness. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, I have an allergy attack every once in a while today. So if I start a little bit sniffly, you know why. All right. Okay, let's move on to Silver's Unraveling Fast. Yes, you guys, I have gone ahead and ripped out my Flower Power Spiral Silver style socks that I started back a couple years ago. I realized that the pattern that I wanted to use, it was a beautiful pattern and it was awesome. It just wasn't fitting my foot right, so I decided to rip it out. The pattern was the Mystic Spiral Socks by Josh Robinski. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. Sorry, Josh, if I got it wrong. I've actually been using Yorkshire's. I've been using West Yorkshire Spinner Signature 4-ply in the Wildflower colorway. It's so gorgeous. I love this colorway. You can tell why I wanted these stripy socks or something else, right? But before I ripped it out, I was actually using a size US 1, which is a 2.259-inch circulars for those pretty much the whole time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, between segments, go ahead and pop in the video that I made of me ripping out the socks, because quite frankly, it was way too fun. And MGI helped me with it, so we did what we did. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop it in now, and I'll see you in the next segment. Yep. A lot of stuff I'm adding in after the fact, I'm sorry. But it's pretty fun. I'll put it up maybe on Instagram later today if you wanted to see that. Possibly before this episode goes live. Well, definitely before this episode goes live. I'll put it on Instagram so you can look at it. Gonna do one more little hump here in the cluster. That's the word. One more cluster on the granny shawl here. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm still recording. Okay. All right, going to move on to X's and O's. Yes, you guys, I have been working somewhat hard on my cross stitch project. The pattern I'm using is In This House, ... Doctor Who. There's a whole message in between those ... dots, but I'm not going to read that on air, sorry. But anyway, the pattern is actually by Stitch Area. Again, I'm going to be including her Etsy shop below and in the show notes. I will actually have before and after photos basically to show you what I worked on before the Stitch With Me I recorded yesterday, I think it was, and after it. Isn't it pretty? I absolutely love the progress I'm making on this. Okay, before I keep staring at it, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Yes, if you guys are wondering, the cross stitch itself is sitting on my couch, so I can see it from here, which is, I mean, it's literally a cross condo, but there it is. God, I am like parched. Anyone else? No, just me? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Radio Gaga. All right. So I've actually listened to 2 different albums since the last time we talked. The first was The Essential Cyndi Lauper, and the second was GTR's self-named album. Just spoiler alert if you hadn't noticed, Music for Two is back, so we had a couple albums to listen to. I had to, well, okay, I wanted to listen to the first one especially, but either way. I also have been listening to a few podcasts. I've actually been catching up with the Knitmore Girls a little bit more. More than a year behind when I started. And That's Why We Drink. I've also been listening to Wine and Crime, The Murder Squad, and My Favorite Murder. Per the usual, you guys. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Those sections seem to go really fast. And it's a good thing because there's a lot more coming up. If you notice, the page 7 of 17, yes, from here on out, makes up a majority of my notes. And you'll see why when we get there. Okay. Silver's book pile. I have not been very good about finishing books, but I have read a lot. The first book I actually did finish is actually the book. Okay. The book I did finish since the last time we talked is Clean Sweep by Alona Andrews. And then after that, I started Sweep in Peace, which is the second one in the Innkeeper series, also by Alona Andrews. I've been reading a book called Which Ways, which is actually an anthology with a bunch of different authors attached to it. I don't even know one of them to tell you, to be honest. I've been reading this one most of December. So I've also been reading Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. I'm still not caught up with the podcast that's doing a read along with it, but I'll get there, I promise. I've also been listening to Dragonfly and Ember by Diana Gabaldon. Also, I have been listening to the Alona Andrews books as well, which is why they take a bit longer. I don't know why I don't like to listen to books. I'd rather read them, but anyway. I've also read a chapter, literally a chapter of A Rule Against Murder by Louise Penny. I will eventually get back to that, I promise, but Which Ways was kind of calling my name for a while. Anyway, I'm going to get a quick drink and then move on to the next segment. Erg, allergy season sucks, guys. Okay. Yeah, this is slightly more stuff going on. There you go. Good computer. It's starting to get tired too. And you'll probably hear it. There's a lot of like background noise. Like that was just the refrigerator. I have to tag that, I guess, now. Nope. Place isn't haunted. It's just the refrigerator being loud. It's like from the 80s, I think. I don't know. Original appliances still do it. God, I'm rambling. Okay. I'm going to start the. So, Silver and the Case of the Screen Time. Yes, you guys, I have been watching a lot, and I repeat, a lot of TV since the last time we talked. I have finished up watching Masked Singer with NTI. I can also, the next one I've been watching is a show called I Can See Your Voice. Been watching a lot of Doctor Who, trying to catch up a little bit. Still in the middle of Matt Smith's Doctor as a rewatch, but that's fine. Plenty of Doctor Who to love on, right? And also the new episode on Friday was pretty awesome. I don't know if many people agree, but it was fun. We ended up losing a couple of companions, so that's not so great, but can't wait to see what the new companion does. Anyway, I've actually been also catching up with the Holzer Files, Destination Fear. I was a couple episodes behind with them, and now I am caught up. The end of their season was a couple weeks ago now, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the next one. Anyway, I also watched a bunch of Ghost Nation Fast episodes. Apparently, I'd missed a few. Whoops. Let's see. Oh, I found Good Omens, and I watched the whole thing in one day, practically. I love that show because David Tennant and Michael Sheen are like dynamic together. Let's see. I also rewatched the first episode of Grimm, and then I remembered why I really liked that show. So I'm going to have to get back to that, but I have to wait until I finish one of my other rewatches because if you don't remember, I'm still in the middle of a Supernatural rewatch, but I had to take a break from that one. The other thing that came up since the last time we talked is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra live stream concert. I got tickets to do that. It was pretty fun. MTI and I actually enjoyed ourselves. We really like going to their concerts, but obviously with everything going on in the world, they did not want to get a bunch of people together. Actually, I don't think they actually legally could have. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, we all got together in front of the TV, MTI and I, and actually watched this. It was not even an hour concert, but totally worth it. They played through their Christmas Eve and Other Stories album, which I don't think they've done it in quite a while. So that was amazing. Let's see. Oh, podcast I've been watching. I have been watching GGKCS, Two Martini Stitcher, Stitching the High Notes, Plies and Hellhounds, Stranded, Scandier Knits, Suburban Stitcher. I've also been watching The Knit Girls, So Sweet Violet, Crazy Sock Lady, Meditative Crafting, also A Homespun House, Stockinette Zombies, and Vine. If you weren't able to tell, it was a vlogmas. So there were a lot of vlogs that I was catching up on. And I love, love, love watching every single one of them. I cannot wait until next year. I might, and I repeat, might do it next year myself. We'll see. We'll see how burnt out I get in Vlogtober. But anyway, other YouTube stuff that I have been watching, a couple channels. The first is Camelot 331. I do watch Charlotte Dobre, her channel, as well as Top 10 Central, Top 10 Central Dark, Mega Driving School, also DDS TV. There's one called RR and BD Driving School, as well as King of the Road. They're basically just, hey, don't be a dumbass on the road and kind of stuff like that. I watch those a lot when I need to calm down. I don't know why, but I do. I also did listen to Mr. Reddit's episodes directly on YouTube as well. And also, I have been watching Sika Says. She's actually on a break right now, but hopefully she'll come back soon. She's doing a Doctor Who December / Supernatural 2-episode review every week. So that was fun to watch. It's definitely, she's only in the second season, of Supernatural, sorry. She's on the second season, and it's fun to do the whole, oh, just you wait, honey. Because obviously Supernatural has now ended, so she has a lot of real estate to watch, which would be great. The last thing I've actually been watching on YouTube directly is the Matthews fam. Oh, I absolutely love this. I love Elle. He's amazing. He does go through and react to different videos and things like that. And apparently YouTube has been sort of cracking down on that a little bit over the past couple of months, which is a little ridiculous. But that's my say in the matter. Okay, before I start rambling, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Ugh, I need a break from my voice, I think. I also just remembered, you guys, I need to grab something for the next segment. You can hear me walking away from it. Because I'm going to be doing a mini little video for this one too. So. Okay. No soy back. All right. Move on to the next one here. Come on, video. My phone is slower this morning. Slower than me, apparently. Okay. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so from Meditative Crafter on Discord. Hi, at Silver D. In 2021, will you be using a bullet journal or other planner? Part of it to keep track of crafts and other things? Well, funny you should ask. I did get my 2021 planner in the mail the day that I recorded November's episode. So here it is. It's nice and hardbound here. It actually took me a couple of days to pretty much set everything up the way that I wanted it. I'm going to show it off a bit on screen. You'll see the video later. I do have stickers and things I can use. I have a little file folder here of like grocery list stuff. We use those. Trust me, we use those. And then I do have my list of all the hexes and all of the stuff that I've been using. Basically for the cubes and stuff like that. And then I do have, well, this is old stuff, but you can see it has a whole page for each week, which comes in handy because I ended up filling a lot of the spaces. You can't see it on screen right now, but everything kind of fell out of the agenda, but there it is right there. I do tend to use a mother's planner type. That's basically, I'm the one that keeps track of everything in our household, like all the like appointments and things like that. I'm gonna hug it because basically my planner does need enough room to be useful for appointments and for crafting. I do need tons, and I read tons of room to write what I'm planning to do every day during any given week. Then I actually will write down what actually gets done. Basically, because I have moments at the end of the day where I don't feel like I've done anything. I'll write okay, here's an example. I'm going to show off this one right here. This day here is basically me saying, no, you didn't do jack all day. You did get stuff done. Here's the proof, kind of thing. I haven't done it in a couple of days, but busy getting ready for podcasts and all. Anyway, all right, like I said, and also, to be honest, it does become my brain on days where my brain is just very foggy from allergies and migraines like yesterday was. I do hope that answers your question, Cher. I will. If you do have any questions or anything like that, we do have a thread open on Discord or even in our Facebook group where you can go ahead and ask me and I will answer directly on the show. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Did I record that? Oh, tell me I recorded that. Oh, freaking tell me I recorded that. Oh, phone, please. Get out of here, text message. Oh, I took photos. I guess that'll work. Kind of. All right. That's not going to work. Technology in me today, y'all. Well, I guess I'm going to play that back for y'all and you're going to get to be able to see it, but I'm going to do a quick hey, what's happening in the video, do it all over again. So yeah, this is how this happens a lot of the time. All right. Much better. Okay. All right, you won't be able to hear me actually speak for this part. I didn't hit the record button again. Oops. Okay, here we go. Okay. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so from Meditative Crafter on Discord. Hi, at Silver D. In 2021, will you be using a bullet journal or other planner? Part of it to keep track of crafts and other things? Well, funny you should ask. I did get my 2021 planner in the mail the day that I recorded November's episode. So here it is. It's nice and hardbound here. It actually took me a couple of days to pretty much set everything up the way that I wanted it. I'm going to show it off a bit on screen. You'll see the video later. I do have stickers and things I can use. I have a little file folder here of like grocery list stuff. We use those. Trust me, we use those. And then I do have my list of all the hexes and all of the stuff that I've been using. Basically for the cubes and stuff like that. And then I do have, well, this is old stuff, but you can see it has a whole page for each week, which comes in handy because I ended up filling a lot of the spaces. You can't see it on screen right now, but everything kind of fell out of the agenda, but there it is right there. I do tend to use a mother's planner type. That's basically, I'm the one that keeps track of everything in our household, like all the like appointments and things like that. I'm gonna hug it because yeah. Basically, my planner does need enough room to be useful for appointments and for crafting. I do need tons, and I repeat tons of room to write what I'm planning to do every day during any given week. Then I actually will write down what actually gets done. Basically, because I have moments at the end of the day where I don't feel like I've done anything. Where is it? Where did I write it? I'll write okay. Here's an example. I'm going to show off this one right here. This day here is basically me saying, no, you didn't do jack all day. You did get stuff done. Here's the proof, kind of thing. I haven't done it in a couple of days, but busy getting ready for podcasts and all. Anyway, all right. Like I said, and also, to be honest, it does become my brain on days where my brain is just very foggy from allergies and migraines like yesterday was. I do hope that answers your question, Cher. I will. If you do have any questions or anything like that, we do have a thread open on Discord or even in our Facebook group where you can go ahead and ask me and I will answer directly on the show. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Phone, you can take a break now. Apparently you wanted to take a break before. Yes, it'd be like that some days. Actually, most of the time I was getting ready for this. Okay. Oh, this tea is cold. Let me finish it though. Okay. Let's move on to my favorite things. You guys, the first thing I need to talk about is the freaking Instagram hashtag thing is completely fixed. So yay! I'm so excited. Oh, you can't see me on screen, but I'm like clapping my hands like a ridiculous person. The next thing that I really do love is I actually made cocoa with whipped cream in my snow mug, which I found absolutely amazing. I did a couple times. So, when you make your hot cocoa and you put like little whipped cream swirl on the top, mine came out perfect. I was excited. Let's see. Oh, and like I mentioned before, up in the section where we're talking about videos and things, the TSO live stream, you guys. Like I mentioned, I had so much fun. Here's a little bit of the pictures that we took during the live stream, even before. Had so much fun. Also another thing I'm going to count among my favorite things for December, Mario. Mario being Mario. He has a lot of shenanigans, like all the time. I'm going to put a few at the very end. He also did put he put up a vlog for December of all the stuff that he got up to. If you want to see that, that is directly on the YouTube channel already. Let's see. Oh, I did get together most of my family in a Zoom call for a get together to say, hey guys, I know it's been a crappy year, but still wanted to get everybody together. So that was fun. I don't actually have a photo from that. I thought my mom did at one point, but apparently she doesn't. Anyway, the other thing I'm going to talk about is Christmas Eve. Lots of lots of stuff that came my way, which is amazing. I have gotten everything from mugs and coffee to Kahlua, which we drank really quickly, but that's neither here nor there. Lots and lots of stuff. I did tell people to kind of keep it low-key with gifts for me, but I kind of broke my own rules when it came to my upcoming nephew. Is upcoming the word? Yeah, anyway, my new nephew is going to be very spoiled. He has lots of sweaters now, as you can see above. I had plenty of finishes this month, and they were all mostly his. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is all of the things that came into the house in terms of enabling. I did get my 2021 calendar in, as I mentioned in the past segment, and it did take me a couple days to get set up, but I absolutely love this planner. I got that off of Amazon, I believe, sometime at the end of November, early December. It took a while to come in because post office. The next thing I'm going to talk about, FDI and I ended up getting a tea and coffee sampler as well in the mail, because we were kind of having a little bit of FOMO when it comes to all the different, we call it the end of the year stuff. What do you call that? Come on, brain, pick out the word. Basically all the different people opening up their advent calendars. There we go. That's the word. And there were also a couple of prizes for our alongs this year that I actually got as well. I will talk about those in a later segment. All right, now before I really start rambling, I am going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, you guys, it is going to do a quick jump cut in the stopping the share and all of that. The reason being is I'm going to go ahead and actually I have to run to the loo essentially. So if you do need to run, now would be the time to do so. And I'm going to stop the recording too here. Okay, you guys, this segment is quite a bit longer than the rest of the episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be set up and drink a little bit of liquids, and don't be surprised if I go ahead and drink a lot more water and stuff during the recording. I'm also going to be recording a little bit of video, hopefully, again, for the stripe along and the different alongs and things like that. Just because I have to, I don't have to, but I'm going to show off all the different prizes live too. So, okay. See how well this one goes, right? Okay, one more drink. That tea is good. Cold or not, it's still good. Okay. Lots of the caffeinated drinks for the day. We'll see how it goes, right? I'm going to put away my crafting for now. Just easier. And what you're hearing in the background is actually me getting the prizes ready to go for each along. Okay, let's start the recording again. Here we go. The more you know. Okay, I do have a few announcements pertaining to this 100th podcast celebration, so yay. The first is I'm going to announce there's a giveaway for anyone that participates in this giveaway. I'm actually going to be giving away a pair of socks that's actually knit by me. All you have to do is comment your favorite episode title in the comment section, sorry. The winner will actually win a pair of socks knit by me. All you have to do is just comment your favorite episode title in the comment section below this video, or even on the Wednesday's community spotlight video when it pops up. Everyone that is, you probably have already seen that pop up, but in case you haven't, I just wanted to let you know. We're also going to do a knit night on Wednesday the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The room number on that one is 847-9706. 5839, and the passcode on that one is going to be 655227. Hope to see you guys there. Sorry if you see this a little too late to see that, but I'm hopefully going to try to do more knit nights. If Wednesdays work for everyone, let me know. If not, we'll move it to another day. I'm flexible, what can I say? All right. Now it is time for a Cal breakdown. Let's talk the Stripe Along 2021. Okay, Little bit of backstory. I realized that I am now down to about 3 more skeins of Desert Vista Dye Works, their stripey yarn. Honestly, I do have enough stripey yarn and stuff in projects even to get me through a full year if I continue knitting a pair a month or every couple of months. So I've actually decided to start an along for those who like stripes of any kind, literally any kind. It could be anything. Let me show you on the project I'm working on. You see that stripy sequence? Just stuff like that, color blocking, intarsia, anything like that. Anything that uses more than one color, essentially, in multiple stripes. I'm good. You're good. Just so you know, this along does run all year long. The hashtag on this one is hashtag SDL Stripe Along 2020 on all social medias. I'm actually going to put that in the video down below when you're watching. That way you can kind of read it, because I know there's a lot of words. Anyway, the rules are very simple in the along. Anything that you do finish in 2021 with striping sequence will count. You must be a member of the Silverluna Discord or Facebook groups. If you don't use either, please make sure you use the hashtag and at me on Instagram. I'm at Silver's Treats. Sorry, at Silver's Knitting. That just changed. Sorry. This way, I'll know to count your projects in for this along. And I'll go ahead and I can even grab them and put them into the Discord or Facebook groups for you. So, like I mentioned before, colorwork, Fair Isle, stranded colorwork, double knitting, intarsia, block knitting will even count. If you're doing those squares for a square blanket, that'll count too, because you're using maybe more than one color in that blanket to the end, right? A few notes for this along. You can actually enter your project multiple times. There is actually no need to enter the FO multiple times. Basically, as long as you notate how long it took you to do each project, I will comment with the correct number of post numbers. So I'll try to make it easy for everyone as much as I can. Basically, if you have started the project and finished it in 2021, you can actually enter your FOs 2 times. If you started and finished the project within 6 months' time, you can enter it a total of 3 times. I'm doing 3. And if you started and finished the project in 3 months' time, you could actually enter 4 times, which is cool. If you did start and finish the project in like 2 months, you can enter it a total of 5 times. Sorry, allergy attacks. Sorry about those with the headphones in. If you did start and finish the project in 1 month's time, you can actually enter your total 6 times. Yes. Okay, we do have some prizes going on for this along. For a digital prize, Pat or Looney Hiker over on Discord has actually offered one of her lovely patterns. You can look at her patterns on lovecrafts.com or on Ravelry. The links will actually be in the show notes on Discord and in the comment box below. Now, the physical prize that I have so far. Are you ready for this? Let's see if I can catch the light right. Isn't that gorgeous? Sparkly. It is the Fairy Lights colorway, actually from West Yorkshire Spinners. And to go with it, they actually threw in the pattern to go with it. I believe, if I'm looking at it correctly, yes, it is a top down, which isn't bad. You could always do it cuff up as well. I believe the patterning is the same, so it doesn't really matter. That's cool, right? Now, if anyone does wish to donate any prizes whatsoever, just please message me on Discord. Again, I am SilverD, hashtag 8858. On Facebook, I am SilverD. We do have a Facebook group. Or you can actually email me directly at silverstream@gmail.com. I do have a few prizes in mind as of right now, but I haven't completely decided, as you know, I pretty much put this together midway through November, so I'm still working on it. Anyway, there haven't been any FOs so far, but if you'd like to participate, all you have to do is just go ahead and submit them either on Discord in the finished makes folder, or you can even do that directly on Facebook. I have a thread, and that went live on the 1st. So good luck, everyone. Have fun. Okay, guys, I had to pause, and there's a video I'm making with each of these as well, so you can see the projects. Mostly using the audio for this. Anyway, next video for the next one. All right, let's talk the Dream Along 2021. Honestly, hasn't everyone, but I've basically been dreaming of saying goodbye to 2020. Something fierce, honestly. In an effort to literally dream 2020 away, I thought to host a new along in 2021 where I literally, we finally just cast on projects that I've been basically dreaming about starting. I've also been literally dreaming about finishing projects that I've had on the needles and hooks for a long time. To this end, the Dream Along 2021 was born. This along will run all year long. For this one, we're going to be using hashtag SDLDREAMERALONG 2021 on all social media, so you know that's a SDL Dreamer Along 2021, so you didn't mishear that one. The rules for this one are simple. Anything that you do finish in 2021 will count. You must be a member of the Silver's Dream Man Discord or Facebook group. If you don't use either, please make sure you use the hashtag and at me on Instagram. I am at Silver's Knitting. And this way I know to count your projects to this along. The main idea I had for this along is to start and finish things that have been in your queue, whether as UFOs or things you have been dreaming of making for years and just haven't gotten up the gumption to do so before. I'm looking at you, Even Star, because yes, I started. Anyway, however, anything that you finish in 2021 will count for this along. A few notes for this along: you could always enter your project multiple times. This is based on the length of time the project has either been in your queue or been in your UFO bin. There is no need to enter each FO multiple times. Basically, as long as you notate for me how long it's been marinating, I will comment the number of post numbers for you. So that's pretty cool, right? Basically, if you started or have had this in your queue more than a year, you may enter your FO 2 times. For example, if you do the same for if it's been 2 years, you actually can enter 3 times. If you started and had this in your queue more than 3 years, you may actually enter 4 times. If you started and had this in your queue for more than 4 years, you can actually enter 5 years. Same for 5 years, you can actually enter 6 times. However, if you have started this and had this in your queue more than 10 years ago, which by the way is longer than I've been in Ravelry, and I have a few of those, you may actually enter your FOs 10 times. So yay. Basically just trying to clear off the needles this year, right? Okay, let's talk prizes. From West Yorkshire Spinners, we do have this Starry Night colorway. I'm trying to catch the light. You see the sparkles in there? It's gorgeous. Like I said, oh, it is gorgeous colorway. And also with it is going to come this pattern, also from your Yorkshire Spinners. And this one, I'm going to double check. It looks like it is a cuff down, I believe. Yes, I believe this is a cuff down. But like I said, you can always do toe up as well. That's how the socks should when they're done, according to them anyway. Ooh, there's a pattern in there. I just realized it's a pattern of lace panel socks by Winwick Mum is actually the name of the designer on that one. It's gorgeous. Anyway, before I go crazy, I'm just going to show off the yarn one more time. Oh yeah, that is good light right there. Anyway, I also am going to be giving away these Alouette Sonics needles. They're very flexible cable. But they are a size US 5, which is a 3.75 24-inch circulars on those as well. Be aware they may not be anyone's cup of tea, but I did like them when I use them. So I wanted to give away a pair as well. Now, if anyone wants to donate any other prizes, please message me on Discord. Again, I am SilverD, hashtag 8858. On Facebook, I'm Silver D, or you can actually even email me directly at silverstream@gmail.com. I do have a few more prizes in mind, but I don't think I've completely decided, because I literally just threw this together, so. All right, just a quick notation. I am going to do a third video for the last one. But first, I need a drink of water here. Ooh. It's thirsty work, this recording thing. Okay. Okay, let's talk the great podcaster Craft Together. The Craft Together started on January 1st of last year and ended actually on the 31st of December, as you all know. We did use the hashtag TGPAL2020 on Instagram and everywhere. The rules of this were simple. You must be a member of the Silverstream Discord group or Facebook group. Like I said, if you do not choose to use Discord or even Facebook, you can go ahead and hashtag on Instagram. If you do, I did have a post there on Facebook with all those photos that has now been closed, so you know. I'll be using the same type of numbering system that we used on Ravelry for all of these alongs. Come on. Okay. And like I said, using the same numbering system like we did on Ravelry. There isn't a minimum yardage goal, so have at it. So you know single socks did count until you finish a pair, and each pair will only count once, sorry. Any project that you did finish in 2020 counted. All finished objects did count, and you just have to include before and after photos. There was a rule with poly dipping that it is allowed and even encouraged. This way we can actually just participate in those alongs as well. I'm going to kind of throw that caveat into the other new alongs as well. Now, in the case of scrappy blankets, one stripe or one square did count as an FO in this context because, quite frankly, I'm still working on all mine. Okay, for the prizes, I did give away 4 total copies of My Proud to Be Me or the Wizarding World Tour patterns, 1 per quarter. And this is actually going to be sent via direct PDF here in Discord or even via email. That will be your choice. There's also going to be a free pattern from Job World Designs that will be given away per month, so 12 total. And those actually will be sent via direct PDF as well. That will be your choice. If you go to www.jobofpearldesigns.com and choose which pattern you would like, I'll send it over via DM or email as soon as possible, that kind of thing. Also gave away a $10 gift card to the wool warehouse in your area, like Bebs, etc. This is in place of the weekly pattern prizes I used to do on Ravelry. These actually would be sent out at the end of the year, which is kind of now, in case you're wondering. Just in case multiple people won, or well, you won multiple times, that's fine. And then that way you can get 1 purchase instead of multiple. So for every for every 50 FOs, I will no longer be giving away patterns on Ravelry, basically for the reasons I mentioned a couple episodes ago. Sorry, I can't in good conscience actually spend money on that site anymore. Anyway, we did have several prizes from Desert Vista Dye Works. On her Visa base, we did have neon cotton candy. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see why I bought a skein for myself, right? All right, let's see. Oh, we also did have the Somebody Needs Some Courage. After the Cowardly Lion. Absolutely gorgeous. Oof, love that colorway, you guys. And also on her Zen or Sparkle base, it's called The Mother of All Somebody Queens. You see that colorway? Let me see if I can. I'm trying to get the halo on it, but also, you see that sparkle? That gorgeous sparkle. It is hard to see. This is usually why I take 1 photo throughout the course of the year. But anyway, we also had from Nice and Knit, we had 2 colorways. The first was Sand Dollar on their fingering base. Isn't that gorgeous? We need to get a sweater's quantity for later. And also we're giving away Times Square colorway. Isn't that gorgeous? I loved that. Obviously, my color palette. I'm hoping the winner likes that color palette too. And we're also giving away a skein of Sweet Georgia yarns in the Rainbow Sparkles colorway. Or sprinkles, sorry, Rainbow Sprinkles. Now that I'm thinking about it, you see like the pops of color. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that first photo I don't think did well. Showed it off pretty well. Sorry, excuse my reach. And the last thing that we're giving away, and sorry the crinkle, is a gold needle organizer from Knitpicks. Oh yeah, the zipper pouch. Okay. Okay, sorry, I wanted to show off all those FOs in a separate photo. All right, let's celebrate everyone who entered FOs in December. Are you ready? Cindy, Emily, I Now Hour, Linda, Meditative Crafter, Nicole S, and VT Kimmy Kim. So congratulations everyone for putting in FOs until the last possible second, so congratulations. All right, in terms of most loves, now with the changeover from Ravelry, things from this category changed quite a bit from the beginning of the year. I have been continuing to love each and every project that have been entered. This now does include everything on Facebook, Instagram, and in the Discord server I've mentioned several times already. I have put up a thread on Discord and a thread in Facebook for those that wish to continue playing the honorable mentions here on Discord as well. Like I said, just follow the hashtag TGPAL2020 on Instagram and the Facebook group basically to vote for your favorites. Now, just so you know, the threads from November and December I kind of put all together. So all posts from 7/27 and 8/29 were to have been voted on by the 2nd of the month. Basically, at this point, like I said, they're all closed as I'm awarding prizes today. Yes, I did try to make sure everyone knew that I was pulling for both ones at once. I'm sorry if it wasn't clear or if I didn't give enough time. I know not everyone is literally there on all the time. So, okay, on both Facebook and Instagram, all you needed to have done was hit the love and heart reaction buttons. On Discord, just go ahead and add a reaction to the post that you're voting for. Or specifically, I put heart eyes on every particular photo, so you can go ahead and just hit that little button now. It's going to be the same, I believe, for the upcoming year with both along. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have reactions to every photo so we can do the voting as well. Spoiler, I'm literally just making that decision now, if you're wondering. Anyway. Now, just so you know, the winners for this would be given a $10 gift card to their local warehouse at the end of this year, which has happened. So I just basically ask that you send me an email at silverstreamnet@gmail.com with the warehouse that you'd like the gift card through, and I will go ahead and send that on as soon as I possibly can. Be aware there's going to be a few. So, all right, let's talk our prize. I'm going to take a quick drink real quick, guys. Okay, let's talk. Try recording that. Okay, let's talk prize winners. Now, we did have a total of 829 FOs this year, so congratulate yourself and everyone else. Now, the winners of this month, December's Java Pearl Designs winners, was post number 795, who is VT Kimmy Kim. So congratulations. For the $10 gift card to a wool warehouse of your choice is post number 301, who is Mo's Crochet. And finally, the digital prize up the Q4 winner of any of my patterns actually went to post number 257, who is Nicole S. So congratulations, you three. If you can go ahead, either PM me on Discord, on Facebook, or you can actually even send me an email at silversdreamland@gmail.com, and I will go ahead and send those over as soon as I can. Okay, for the physical prizes, you guys, like I said, for the most loves, this was actually for November, it was actually a tie between Emily R. and okay, let's try that again. Let's talk the most loves. This was from post number 680 to 829. For November was actually post number 682, who is Emily R. And also Linda, who is post number 683, both over on Facebook. And for December, it was a winner of actually another tie. It was post number 725 and post number 765. 725 was Emily, and 765 was Linda over on Facebook. So if you guys go ahead and send me messages directly with which warehouse you'd like that through, I will go ahead and send them on as soon as I can. Okay, let's see. Let's talk the voters, right? Well, basically what happened with this one is I did give all the voters across all social media forums a number directly, and I put that number into random.org. Random.org's picks for November was actually number 5, who is Nicole S. And for December, it was actually post number 3, who is Meditative Crafter. So you're going to be winning a $10 gift card to a wool warehouse of your choice. Okay, let us talk, finally, the end of the year prizes. The winner of the Neon Cotton Candy is actually post number 37, who is Nicole S. Let me get my fingers out of the way. Okay. So you won that one. I do need all the winners of the physical prizes from the end of the year. I need you guys to email me or even send me a private message on both Facebook or even on even on Discord with your physical address and your name, and I'll send that out as soon as I possibly can. Okay. The winner of the Somebody Needs Some Courage scheme and goes to post number 439, who is Elsa and M over on Ravelry. Not sure they came over, I'm not sure. Anyway, the winner of the Desert Vista, the Mother of All Somebody Queens colorway was post number 434, who is actually Mo's Crochet, so congratulations. For Nice and Knit, the Sand Dollar colorway, this one is actually going to post number 569, who is Meditative Crafter. See if I can read my own handwriting now. The winner of the Times Square colorway is actually going to post 339, who is Walsh Central. The winner of the Sweet Georgia Yarns Rainbow Sprinkles colorway is actually I'm going to post number 813, who is actually I Now Hour. So congratulations on that. And the winner of the Knit Picks Gold Needle Organizer is actually going to post number 50, who is Meditative Crafter. So congratulations, you guys. If you want a prize, like I said, make sure you send me an email or a message directly with which prize. I'll have everything written down. Obviously, you can see in front of me, but if you just send me a message with the prize that you won, your name and your physical address, I will send that on as soon as I possibly can. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, you guys. Wow, that was a long segment, I know. I'm going to just take a quick drink and then we will go ahead and record the last little bit of this segment here. I'm just going to move everything aside. Sorry if you hear lots of paper rumbling here. I don't like having stuff in front of my face all the time. My personality, don't mind me. Anyway, let's take that drink. Okay. All right, I am pretty social. You can find me on our Discord board, which is Silver Stream Man Podcast. On Discord, I'm actually Silver D, hashtag 8858 there. On Facebook, Silver Stream Man can be found at www.facebook.com/groups/Silver Stream Man Podcast. Yes, I know when you look on Facebook, there are actually two under that same name, a group and a page. If you follow the group for all episode and along updates, that would be great. I put as much as I possibly can information-wise there. A note about the Facebook group, you do need to answer 3 different questions as I'm trying to keep spammers out of the group. The first question you need to answer is what episode I'm up to. So today is episode 100, so that's awesome. The second question you need to answer is what is the name of Silver's son, Mario the cat, or Mario. If you don't remember those answers, that's fine. To be completely honest, just note that in your answers. Chances are you'll be in. However, one caveat is that you do need to read the group rules, and actually hit agree. The rules are simple and absolute in my eyes when you answer the questions. You just have to agree to be nice, essentially. Basically, when all the episodes go live, the notifications may bounce onto the page itself as well. So if you want to follow that, that's up to you. Because I do hit that little icon on YouTube that says, "Hey, notify people on Facebook that you put your episode live." Cool. All right. Anyway, when the episodes go live, like I said, next point. On Instagram and on Twitter, I am now at Silver's Knitting. I do tend to read through all messages as soon as I possibly can. If you don't hear from me within 24 hours, please feel free to go ahead and email me directly at silverstreamnet@gmail.com. As always, everything that I do talk about can be found in the show notes at www.silverstreamnetpodcast.com. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell down below. This way others can find out me in my little corner of YouTube. And you can also see when I post videos. Okay, I have rambled for long enough. I know your time is valuable, so please feel free to join in any discussion or start your own on the Silver Streamland Discord board or the Facebook group. I don't bite, I promise. If you are feeling generous, like I mentioned, please click that like button below this video. It really does help my channel out and help me get noticed a little bit more as I'm trying to grow the channel a bit more. But anyway, please stay tuned for episode 101 next month. Until next time, happy crafting. Okay, guys. Wow, that was a lot. All right, now that I have actually stopped the recording on Audacity, all right, I'm just going to say that's it for the recording of the podcast. Hopefully everything works out. I'm going to double check everything in a minute. But basically from here on out, I am not going to be following any type of script, really. I don't always do things in the same order in terms of editing, but I do always edit the audio and then the video. Before I start all of my editing, though, I'm going to go ahead, grab some more water and stuff like that. I'm going to take a planned intermission, so if you do have to pee or count something in your project, now is the time. I'm going to go ahead and do that now so you're not missing anything, and then I'll walk you through the rest of my process from there. I'm going to share the little slideshow that's going on in the background of my computer right now while I go. I'm going to put myself on mute, but yeah. Well, because quite frankly, my coffee maker is so freaking loud. Hey everyone, welcome back. I ended up grabbing myself some lunch. Let's be completely honest. It's about 11:30 or so. This part gets a little bit tricky and a little bit long, so I was getting hungry. Anyway. Alrighty. Now, this part of the thing is I'm going to go ahead and do all the audio editing, which includes getting the timing on all of the sections too. Gets a bit boring, but whatever, right? Yeah, see all those little audio clips? That's going to be fun. All right. All right. can guarantee I can get rid of this a little bit here. I'm going to turn up my volume a bit so that way the recording on Zoom can actually pick it up. Make sure I am. Yes, I'm still recording. Okay. All right. Favorite part. Here we go. Listening to audio. And I'm going to have to, if you see the little brackets here, I literally will just get the timing of when it starts. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. I also want to say a quick hello to all new viewers. So please grab your drink of choice, your crafting, and away we go. Today, I'm actually drinking a cup of Mudside flavored coffee that I got from my sister. It's a little cold now because I got it about half an hour ago, but that's neither here nor there. Let me just take a quick drink and then we will get on with the rest of the episode. Okay, maybe 3 more sips, I think. I definitely need the caffeine. I think that space I'm going to cut down a little bit, as I usually do. Not all of it, just for the sake of story, but so it'll sound like this. Episode. Okay, maybe 3 more sips, I think. I definitely need the caffeine this morning. This is my third, but I still need the caffeine. Especially since this break comes up. Okay. So in this episode, I do have okay, hold on. 47 seconds for the intro itself. Sorry if you don't like the sound of people eating. I'm just starving. I don't know why. And I get snacky. So there's that. I think I messed up somewhere in the section. That's why I want to make sure I click my cursor here. So in this episode, I do have FOs, or finished objects. Do have HOs, or hose. Do have whips, or works in progress. Silver's unraveling fast. X's and O's. Radio Gaga. Silver's book pile. Silver and the case of the screen time. Inquiring minds want to know. My favorite things. The more you know. And the end of the road. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and take another quick drink and then we will get started. Okay, so I didn't mess up. All right. I think, yeah, I need to cut that off. And that is 122 is the end. Now, normally what I do is, because I am separating them out into different segments, I'm going to have to create a buffer. So I'm just going to write no buffer here to remind myself I need to add in 0.5 seconds after that. You'll see why when I get to that part of it. I do tend to go into each section and expand it a little bit more before, yeah, so it doesn't, all the audio doesn't run on top of each other. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. Oh my goodness, so many things. Let's just start from the desktop. Sorry, this is going to be a lot of what I do today. A lot of, where do I have to go? 2020, and then this one. Then into Thursdays, because that's where the episode is. Intro. Save. Okay. And I always check the audio too to make sure the file works. Hello, everyone. I am Silver. It is Monday, January 4th. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really... And then I will close out each one as I work on it. It'll say, do you want to save the project? No, I don't want to save the project. And then I will go on to the next Audacity file. I can tell you right now, I need to trim that off. I don't remember what segment this is. Definitely FOs. Okay. Come on. I'm going to be doing a lot of pausing on this section. I have a feeling. Okay, let's move on to FOs, or finished objects. All right, the first thing I wanted to talk about is, okay, so right here essentially is where I'm starting the different FOs. So I want to switch title card to about 5 seconds here. That's 5 seconds of a title card. That way I know. And then this one starts at 0.5 seconds. So that I remind myself, and I do a little bit of math to get the amount of space I need for that. But I will show you that in a little bit. The first thing I wanted to talk about is what I'm calling simply my hexie blanket. Since the last time we talked, I have been making a lot of squares. I'm up to 26, I believe. They're all basically 5 round hexies. There's no real pattern. I'm just kind of going and going and going. I'm hoping to finish a total of 320 of them using miscellaneous fingering yarn scraps. I don't have the tags anymore to a lot of these. To be honest, I've had these scraps for years and finally found something to use them in. Anyway, I'm actually using a size USG hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling... And I totally spaced, so I didn't see the beginning of that. That was genius on my part. The next thing I'm going to talk... Yep, okay. So that was 48 seconds. Boom. All right. And I'm just going to try to hack a little bit showing thing. Yep. Basically, the reason why all of this is highlighted is to let me know, yes, I have a picture of it for the slideshow that I put together for the episode. But once we get to the video part of that, you'll see that for sure. All right. Let's move on to more audio editing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm calling the cubed blanket. I have been making 29 5-round squares. I have miscellaneous fingering yarn scraps of this one again. Like I said, I don't have the tags anymore. I have been, well, I've had them for a while. Sorry. Again, I am using my size USG hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter. I love this hook, you guys. I'll have to show it off in the pictures later on. Anyway, the next thing. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to make space here at 121 for the hook. Of hook here. And then I'm going to call it to 3 seconds. No, not 3. Let's do 5 seconds. Okay. Go ahead and I'll generate silence for 5 seconds. Go. And then that's what this is right here. And we can get rid of this. And then at 127, this is when this starts, 127. These are all notes for myself. It won't make any sense until we get to the timeline on the video. I promise it will make sense later though. Okay, and at 127, the next thing. Okay, that's cool. All right, so that's, I should just say 1410 now, give it, or 2410, and then I'll get rid of buffer. Okay, I think that's it. That'll work. And there was a video in there, so yeah. Okay, we'll call that. Oh, it's going to be a little bit of an editing mess later. Obviously, it takes a little while to save that part. That's usually why I do that one last. Save the file. I think what I'm going to do for this next part when I'm editing the video is I'm actually going to take it in bits and pieces. I'm actually going to stop the Zoom recording for now, and I'm actually going to record everything else on my phone. So thank you for joining the whole of the almost 4 hours that it takes me to edit the audio. Sorry again, I do talk a lot. But anyway, I will see you on the flip side in the video editing section. Until I see you, happy crafting. It's the next morning. I kind of had a migraine, so I kind of went down for the day. Basically, now what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and calculating out how much time I need for each of the projects and then plugging it into this little spreadsheet here, the timeline itself. And then on each project, I'll show you one that I've actually finished. This is all the timing here. And then I will go ahead and add text with the project name. And if there's a pattern that goes with it, I'll put it there too. This process takes a little bit longer. It's usually why I try to do it before the recording, but meh. The timings happen after the recording. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and continue, and then I will show you what all this looks like before I move on to the next step. Basically, the reason why I go from, well, why I'm actually pacing this up is I'm actually watching a show in the background, kind of listening to, and kind of snacking while I'm editing. And to be quite frank, I don't want to have to worry about getting pinged by YouTube for using other people's work in the background. So a lot of the time when I'm editing, I will go ahead and I'll be listening to like true crime podcast and whatever. But since Zoe is actually coming back tonight, I'm going to be watching that, or sort of listening to that as I go until the premiere in a little while. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I have everything together. It is time to listen through it. It is like over an hour, so yay. So I'm gonna listen to that, and then I do have to save it, aka finishing the video, which sometimes takes about 2 hours to every hour that that the episode is, depending on, yeah. For example, the wrap up for the whole podcast took close to 10 hours to save. Don't know why. Anyway, I will see you on the flip side of both the watching and the saving. Bye, y'all. Everything is saving in the background. I actually have a little notepad document where I put all the different sections of what's going to be part of the episode right here. Basically what I do is I'll fill in all of this. If there's any links or anything that I need to go ahead and add to it, I'll go ahead and I'll add to it. What I'll do later on, once everything saves, is I'll actually grab the timing. So whenever echoes start, whenever the hoes start, etc. So I have to add a couple more things and fix this link right here. once I know exactly when it's ready to go up. Mostly because this invite link to Discord expires after 24 hours. So, yeah, it's something I've learned the hard way. I have to go ahead and invite people, quote unquote, invite people every day during this week of the 100th episode. So, yeah, and then after that, all the timings and everything get put into the show notes as well. And I'll show you that in just a little bit, one step at a time, right? Once I've saved everything, I will go ahead and literally copy all my show notes from the document that I used. Pardon the mess. But basically, I'll just copy and paste it into the show notes that appear on the website. And I will just take out all the rando details, like all the pattern notes and all that, and just kind of make it easy. After that, I do plug in photos of everything, but right now it's just a matter of taking out. It usually takes me about 40 minutes if I'm not paying attention to it super close, which I kind of anticipated doing today, because my brain is kind of weird today. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with that, and then I will see you in the next step when I add the photos. I have my show notes with pictures. Go ahead and start the upload, which takes a little while sometimes, depending on the day and how long the episode is. Right now, it says 16 more minutes until it's uploaded, so that's fine. I have this set as a premiere. Yay! Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do my copy and paste of that link into here. So basically, when everything's ready to go, I will just schedule it and it will be all set with the main episode. I am going to go ahead and close out now and thank everyone for watching this mini little episode. I'm going to go listen to the Zoom recording and get everything all set up for the behind the scenes. I will see you later. Bye, y'all.